Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk to you all about boundaries and the importance of erecting firm boundaries. I realized that in my former relationships, I never really had good boundaries. I always allowed too much to happen in the relationship. I always allowed people to take full advantage. I did that because I wanted to relate better with them. I thought that if I was open, if I allowed anything to happen, then that would create and foster good relationships, but I was wrong. I realized that it's very important to erect very firm boundaries early on in the relationship. In any relationship, be it platonic, be it romantic, be it a friendship, be it a partnership, it's very important to have those firm boundaries because, for one, it's an act of self-love. Erecting firm boundaries in your life shows yourself that, for one, you value yourself, you value your time, you value your life, and you value your heart. You don't allow anybody to just walk in and out of your life and do whatever they want to. It doesn't work like that. And so, for one, that's an act of self-love. And erecting firm boundaries also creates a better environment in terms of relationships. When you're able to set firm boundaries with other people, it shows them that you care about them too, that you want the best for this relationship. And you realize that just allowing certain things to happen, allowing certain behaviors to continue, that will definitely erode the relationship. So, you set a firm boundary. And I also realize that we have to respect people's boundaries too. No matter how rigid we may think their boundaries are, we have to respect those boundaries because those boundaries are what's keeping them safe. Those boundaries are what's making it possible for them to love us and be with us and feel good with us. I realized that when I didn't have good boundaries and firm boundaries, I often felt bitter, resentful, angry. And not having good boundaries will do that. And so if you're bitter, if you're resentful, if you're angry, you're going to take that out and project that onto another person. And that's not fair. So it's really important that we respect our boundaries and also the boundaries of other people. Now, part of our own, our self-reflective work, part of, our personal work is to examine whether or not our boundaries are too loose or too rigid. Oftentimes when we've been hurt in relationships, we try to reclaim our feelings by having too rigid boundaries. We're very unfair with the next partner. We take all the anger and the aggression and the hurt feelings out on the next person. And that's not fair. And that's what those rigid boundaries do. If your boundaries are too loose, you're letting anything slide. You're letting anyone come into your life. It's just like a revolving door. That's not cool. So it's just about having appropriate boundaries, And so I realized the function of boundaries and limitations, and I appreciate them now. They serve as a fence to protect you, to let only those people in that are worthy. So I'm currently discovering my boundaries. I'm discovering and rediscovering my boundaries daily, and it feels good. It feels good to know what I will tolerate and what I won't tolerate, and living my life accordingly. And I'm grateful. I'm very, very grateful to come into this lesson. I think that I came into this lesson a little late in life, but I realize that it's better late than never. So I'm currently in the process of rediscovering my boundaries and honoring my boundaries. And also honoring the boundaries of other people, knowing that it keeps them safe and keeps them better able to love not only themselves, but me. And so that's reassuring. So I encourage everyone to really identify your boundaries, what you will and won't tolerate, and stick to those boundaries. And also examine whether those boundaries are rigid or loose. Are they coming from a place of hurt? Are they coming from a place of fear? Where is your boundary system coming from? So really just asking yourself those questions will help. So thank you for listening. I'm Louis Speaks, El Majesty, and I wish everybody a wonderful day.